They take care of our machines, irons, phones, and toasters, MP3s and TV screens, even roller coasters.
Without them, clocks stop ticking.
Without them, lights go out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out. But if you meet a Fixie, please don't let their secret out.
Concrete. When will you be back from your fishing trip?
Before dinner.
So you won't have time to hang up the mirror again? If it's not one thing, it's another.
We were just planning to hang it right now. It'll only take us 2 minutes, and then we'll go fishing.
Papoose!
Huh? What do you want, Nolik?
When am I gonna go on a fishing trip with you?
You know Fixies don't go fishing.
But you promised me that today we would go and visit the aquarium.
I was only planning on going there to clean it.
So let's go fishing while we're at it. We'll pretend. Papoose, please.
Okay, Nolik, but we'll just pretend to.
Hooray! You're the best Papoose ever!
Nah, those won't work.
Why won't they?
Because our walls are concrete. They're much too hard for nails. See that? It's gonna need to be drilled. I guess we'll need to use a special drill bit that's right for this wall.
Concrete is a very strong building material made out of small stones, sand, cement, and water. When the concrete mixture dries, it becomes very hard, like a solid piece of rock. For building houses, bridges, and other large constructions, reinforced concrete is what people use. To reinforce the concrete, it is poured into a mold with steel bars. When you drill into a reinforced concrete wall, you have to be careful not to hit the metal bars.
Papoose!
Shh, humans. Not big enough. It won't hold up this mirror.
But it's all we've got.
So we'll have to go and buy another.
That stinks. Means there's no time to go fishing now.
Actually, I think this will hold it for a little while. That looks great. So, ready?
Papoose!
Huh?
Do we own fishing rods?
We don't, but we'll figure it out. I really don't like how that mirror's hanging. That's what happens when people are in a rush to finish. We're Fixies. We never do things like that.
Papoose, we going fishing or not?
Yes, we will, after we take care of this mirror.
In ancient Rome, volcanoes helped make concrete. After they erupted, people would mix the volcanic ash with stones, lime, and sand. This concrete was used in many of the famous buildings constructed in that time. For instance, the Pantheon with its concrete dome. And this one is the famous Colosseum. It was also made with concrete. The Colosseum is almost 2,000 years old, but it's still standing strong. Later, when that land was conquered by other nations, people forgot about concrete and how to make it. Thank goodness that 200 years ago, they suddenly realized what a great material it is, and they reinvented concrete. It's true when they say, all everything new is well forgotten old.
Papoose, hurry up!
Haste is the mother of imperfection. It looks like I ran out of wire. Lousy timing. I've got to get to the warehouse.
Warehouse? That means we're not going fishing.
Nolik, a promise is a promise, and that means we go. This should hold for a little while. It's funny. We almost left without the fishing rods. Don't panic. We did a good job of anchoring. Remember what I said? Haste is the... Yeah, I'm not hearing things. Looks like a trip to the store after all.
For screws?
Yeah, and a brand new mirror. It looks like today's fishing trip's canceled. And ours is too, Nolik.
At least the fish will be happy.
96, 97, 98, 99, 100. And 101, 102, 103, 104,
I forgot.
and 100 and... Nolik! Hey, come on!
Tom Thomas promised to give me a ride outside on his bicycle. I gotta get going.
Lucky you. I'd love to ride on a bike.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun.
You're not allowed to go.
Why can't we?
Tom Thomas isn't your friend, all right? He only invited me. If you want to take a ride on a bicycle, then go find your own human friend to invite you. Well, Tom Thomas, you ready to go?
We can't. There's no way we can ride this. The tire's got a hole. I try to fill it, but the air comes out.
Well, then what should we do?
I thought you'd know what. You're the Fixie here.
I didn't study it yet. Hang on! Tula, Digit, wait a sec. We found a hole in one of the tires of the bicycle.
You mean the one that only gives rides to friends?
Don't be like that. Please help me out.
I thought Tom Thomas was only a friend of yours.
Why don't you go and ask him yourself? He could be your friend, too.
For thousands of years, wheels have been helping people all over the world. The wheel's ancestor is a log. People would put logs under heavy loads to move them. Then people came up with the idea of slicing the log and connecting the slices with an axle. And there it was, the wheel. Wheels made life more convenient. Later came wheels with spokes, metal rims, and rubber tires. Soon people were wheeling around the world in and on all sorts of vehicles. Potters, mills, clocks. There are just so many different uses for a wheel. And with the steam train, steamboat, and cars, wheels spread all over the world. They even reached the planet Mars. The wheel really is one of the simplest and yet most amazing of all human inventions.
Whew, it's off. So what's next?
Now you take out the inner tube.
You mean this rubber thing?
Yeah, that's your inner tube. There's a hole there somewhere.
Pump it up, Tom Thomas. Then we can see where the air's coming out.
That's not a good way to find the hole, Nolik.
Why isn't it good?
'Cause the hole might be really tiny.
Then how do you find it?
To find it, we need water.
How come?
Yeah, how come?
Now I get why we need water. There! See those tiny bubbles?
Yeah, do you see them?
That's the air from inside of the tube.
That means the hole is right there.
Nolik, you're a genius.
Hooray! Here's the hole I found. Look!
Will you let me put on the glue? In my pack-a-mat, I have just the right kind for this.
The hole is right here, right where I found it.
But first, we have to make sure that the rubber is dry.
Looks like it's dry.
Then let's put the glue on.
It's all fixed.
All right, it's ready to go.
Hooray! Digit, Tula, you coming with us?
I don't know. We weren't invited.
I'm sure he'll invite you. Right, Tom Thomas?
Of course I will. We're friends, aren't we?
Let's get going.
See the wheel spinning round, through the cities and towns it is rolling. Spinning wheel, spinning round, spinning wheel, it just keeps on going. See the wheel spinning round, through the valleys and hills it is zooming. Spinning wheel, spinning round, spinning wheel.
Simka, please tell Nolik what this is.
A present, right?
Uh-huh. From Katya.
And it's got a secret code right here, you see? There's no secret on there. They're just notes. Musical notes.
Ha! See? I told you.
Those squiggles could have been music. I don't believe you.
Come on, two people said the very same thing.
Simka is not a people. She's a Fixie.
Anyway, there are two of us.
You're ganging up on me. We're not ganging up on you, Nolik. Music is something you can play or listen to with your ears. But that's not all. You can also write it down. When we want to write down words, we use letters. And if we want to write down music, we use special symbols called musical notes. There are 7 notes: do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, and ti. The higher the sound, the higher the note sits on a set of 5 horizontal lines called a musical staff. Notes that look like this last longer, and notes like this are short, quick notes. Thanks to sheet music, people can read music like reading a book, and then sing or play it. Until I hear you play me what you say is there, I won't believe you.
On what? You know that we don't have any instruments.
Try using spoons to play it.
You think you're being funny?
Hey, stop arguing. I know how we can play this song. We can use water. Water? Let me get this straight. Are you trying to play the music, or are you trying to wash it? That's right. Pour it in there, Tom Thomas. Some more. Hear how the sound changes? Uh-huh. Stop. Now, start pouring water in this next glass until you hear the note called T. Stop. You got it.
Now pour here?
Yeah. We still have 1 note left.
And what do I do if my mom comes home? What do I say I'm doing?
That you're learning to play music while you're washing the dishes. That's it. That's the high do. Now we have all the notes we need. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do. Class. Go on, Tom Thomas, play. How about we all play it together?
Musical sounds can be produced in a variety of different ways. Violins and cellos are played with a bow. When the bow is rubbed against the string vibrates like it's shivering, and that produces a beautiful sound. A guitar also has strings, but they make sound when they are plucked. And inside a piano are special hammers that hit the strings when the piano player presses down on the keys. Instruments like trumpets, trombones, flutes, and pipes make sound when air is blown through them. That's why they call them wind instruments. There are even instruments that make sound when they are rubbed by a wet finger. Try wetting your finger and carefully moving it around the rim of a wine glass. With a little bit of practice, you'll hear a lovely sound.
Well, are you two ready? Yeah. Great. All together now. I know this.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tom Thomas. Happy birthday to me.
Tom Thomas, we also wish you a happy birthday. You see, Nolik? And you didn't believe that this was music. But I was the first to guess which song it is.
Hey, thanks so much for helping me figure out Katya's present.
And how about sending a song to Katya? Yeah. We can write down the musical notes to a song about the Fixies.
The Fixies? We can.
We can't write down the words, but if it's just the notes there, then it's no problem. Hooray!
Want to play it?
Of course we do.
It didn't ring again. Nolik, let's go fix the alarm clock. Simka, wake Tom Thomas up.
Tom Thomas, get up! Tom Thomas! Hey, you'll be late for school. Tom Thomas, get up already! This is really something. And where's the battery in here?
No, this is an old mechanical alarm clock. It doesn't work with a battery. It uses a spring.
How's that work?
People wind up the spring tightly, and then as it slowly unwinds, it turns the gears, which turn the hands of the clock.
Achoo!
Oh,
What?
the alarm clock broke. Let's hurry and get you washed up.
Tom Thomas, are you just getting up?
Dad, the alarm clock didn't go off. It's broken.
Here's the problem. It won't turn because the feather's stuck in the gears. Nolik, help me.
Papas, what's going on?
It looks like it's an earthquake. Huh, it really is broken. About time to throw out this old piece of junk. Tom Thomas, I'm off to work. Don't be late for school.
I won't.
Where are we?
In the trash can.
And what's gonna happen to us?
Well, you see, Nolik. People throw out broken things without a second thought. Even appliances that can still be fixed end up in the trash all the time. And the trash is taken to a horrible, deadly place called the dump. If a Fixie happens to be inside a broken appliance, he will come face to face with great danger. Once, my uncle got thrown into the dump buried inside an old TV. He barely managed to jump out of the bulldozer's path, and it was a miracle he didn't end up in the incinerator. After that, he just roamed around the huge dump, trying to fix anything. He became totally crazed. Good thing the Fixie rescue squad managed to find him and bring him back home. I don't want to scare you, but we might be taken to the dump, my boy.
Papas, I'm scared. Huh? Where is the alarm clock?
Maybe my dad took it to get fixed.
But Nolik and Papoose are in there.
Now just a little bit further.
I don't want to go to the dump.
No tears. There's only one way out of here. We need to fix the clock and make it ring.
But how?
Inside the clock, there is the main spring, and there's also a second spring. The second spring is held still by a brake, and so it waits. When the little hand reaches the time the alarm was set to go off, the spring jumps off the brake, and the gears are free to start turning. That makes a little hammer beat the cup of a bell very, very quickly. And that's how an alarm clock rings.
So this feather is stopping the gears and not letting the hammer strike the bell.
Exactly. I'll start rocking the gear back and forth, and you tug it. And 1, and 2, and 3.
Tadish!
Simka, I think I can hear my alarm ringing.
Run to the sound, quickly!
Uh-huh. Someone turned the alarm off.
Whoa! And here comes that earthquake again! Nolik! I'm here! Nolik! We fixed the alarm clock. So what was wrong with it? A feather got jammed in the gears. And how could a feather get in a clock?
Oh, it's probably from when I put the alarm clock under my pillow, so it wouldn't wake me up.
Huh, so you mean because somebody doesn't like to get up in the morning? We almost ended up at the dump? By the way, if that somebody doesn't hurry off to his school soon, he'll be late.
Oh, you're right, huh?
No, your chin was below the bar.
Whew, that's all. I can't do anymore.
You weakling.
You're the weakling. I'm not. I just haven't eaten in a while, and that's why I lost my strength.
You're a slave to food, Tom. And you see, that's the difference between us Fixies and you humans.
Many people wrongly assume that the only way Fixies could live is by stealing food off of humans' tables. Or worse yet, by stealing it from their refrigerators. That's just a lie. It's not true at all. Fixies don't eat any kind of human food. So then where in the world do the Fixies get their energy, you're wondering? It's very simple. A Fixie's entire life is connected with devices. Fixies not only live inside of devices, but they take care of them and help them live longer. And in return for their help, these devices share part of their energy with the Fixies. So there you go. The Fixies help devices, and devices help the Fixies. Yes, we Fixies and machines have a symbiotic relationship. So we don't eat leftovers like cockroaches, because we're Fixies.
1, 2, 3, load! How's it possible that a big boy like you doesn't know how to make any food for himself?
I'm able to cook, but I'm not allowed to turn on the stove.
What can you make without it?
Oh, yes. We have instant oatmeal. Look.
Do you like oatmeal?
You're joking. Only my folks say oats are healthy and make you stronger.
Great. Well, then how do you cook it?
It's not hard. All you gotta do is add hot water, and I'm allowed to turn on the kettle.
Stop and check if there's water in there. If there's none, you can burn out the kettle.
It's got enough.
Then you can turn it on.
Hey, tell me, how does the kettle turn off? I mean, how does it know when the water's hot enough?
Inside of an electric kettle, there's a heater hidden underneath its bottom. When you turn on the kettle, the heater warms up the water until it boils. And the boiling water gives off steam that heats up a special metal plate at the top of the kettle. The heat causes the metal plate to bend, and that turns off the switch. So you could say that an electric kettle feels when the water's boiling.
Okay, now I understand.
Hey, why do you need 3 bowls? You don't need to make any oatmeal for us.
It's not for you guys. It's for my mom and dad.
Start out here. No! Keep pouring into this one. And I say pour it here. And I say first you should pour it into mine.
Oh, Nolik! Where are you?
I'll find him. Hang on, I'm going in. Ah! Simka!
She was right over here.
Nolik!
Over here.
Simka!
Here.
Nolik!
There.
Ow! Hey, where is your other boot? It got lost. Up there in the oatmeal. That must be your parents. Let's get out of here.
Hey, and what about your shoe?
Don't worry, I got another one.
Hi, Tom Thomas. We're back. You must be hungry. We'll make you something to eat.
But I already prepared us some food. And the water's already hot. Wash your hands.
Tom Thomas, don't touch that kettle if it's hot. I don't want you to burn yourself. So today we're eating oatmeal for dinner. Delicious.
Maybe you have something else?
Why something else? You're the ones that say that oatmeal's great for you and that it makes us stronger.
Well, yeah, that's what we say.
I'm glad that our son pays such careful attention.
Isn't it delicious?
Really? Huh. What's that?
Oh, look, you found the boot, Dad.
What?
It's nothing. Just eat your food and don't get distracted. I'd like to see that oatmeal all gone, okay? And whoever doesn't finish won't get any candy.
3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here we come. And where is he hiding this time? Tom Thomas, Yoo-hoo!
Tom Thomas, you didn't forget about your grandma's birthday, did you?
No! Oops, I did.
We found you this time.
Hey, that's not fair. It was my mom that found me, not you.
Then go and hide again.
Not now. I have to draw a birthday card for... my grandmother. So, we need one clean sheet of paper.
When's your grandma's birthday?
Tomorrow.
But your card won't get there on time.
Oh, then what can I do?
Come on and use your noggin. Pick up the phone, give her a ring. Your grandmother will be really happy to hear your voice.
No, we've got a tradition. We send each other birthday cards.
And what's the internet for? Why don't you send off an electronic card to her?
Simka, that's genius. Oh, this one's cool.
Now go ahead and type your message.
The letter D isn't working. How can I write Dear Grandma without D?
Just let her be a plain old grandma without the dear.
But the letter G isn't working either.
It looks like we could use a pack-a-mat here.
A pack-a-mat? What for?
To clean off the keyboard's contacts that got all dirty.
What contacts?
A key on a computer keyboard works pretty much the same way as a doorbell does. When we press on the button of a doorbell, the contacts inside touch, which lets the electricity flow that makes the bells ring. And when we press a letter on a computer keyboard, an electrical current runs from the keyboard to the computer, and that letter appears on the screen. But if there's dirt between the contacts that stops them from touching, then the current can't flow. What did you drop in here that is so sticky?
It's probably the soda I was drinking.
And so, you shared it with the keyboard? Here's the reason why it's not working. Where did so many crumbs come from?
They fell off my sandwich.
What in the world is this red stuff down here?
That must be the sauce for my mushroom pizza.
Oh, Nolik. Well, now it looks like we're gonna be out picking mushrooms.
The Fixies are always ready to help people out. But there are some people we really don't feel like helping. I remember when I was working as a Fixie back in one house. It was a disaster. One day, the owner spilled coffee on the remote for the TV. As I was running to clean the remote, he starts pounding the TV with his fist because the channels won't change. So now the TV is broken too. Well, with no TV, he decides to listen to some music, and he carelessly pulls the music center onto the floor. So he tries to fix that himself and manages to break it for good. And then he sits down on top of his telephone and breaks that to bits. Meanwhile, I'm still busy trying to clean the coffee off of the remote. There wasn't a minute of rest with this guy around. In the end, I couldn't take it any longer. So I got out of there, and now I'm here, teaching kids.
Tom Thomas, why are you eating food at your computer? Yeah, they don't feed you in the kitchen or something?
Now I know it. It's not allowed.
You said it. Now write your message. And write the address on there, too.
Uh-huh. Mom, do you know what the email address for Grandma is?
Grandma doesn't have an email address.
So what? We went ahead and fixed that keyboard for nothing?
I still need it. Am I Grandma? I'll give her a ring on the phone.
You said you had a tradition of writing each other cards.
And what? Grandma will be happy to hear my voice.
That's some original idea, huh?
I can't believe the new thermometer isn't working. Tom Thomas, stay in bed. And I'll try and look for that old Mercury thermometer.
Hey, did you get sick?
That's one way of saying it. I don't know how I'm gonna pass that math test today.
You're not ready, so you don't want to go to school.
Well, yeah.
So if you pull a sickie, then you can trick your mom.
No, that's not true. I'm just pretending a little bit.
You think so? Well, you won't trick the thermometer. Simka, what's a mercury thermometer? Mercury is a type of liquid metal that's silver in color. There's no mercury inside of new thermometers. Now they're electronic. Old thermometers were made with a glass tube with markings and a bit of mercury inside them. When the end of the tube warms up, the mercury inside of it expands and creeps up the tube. And that's how those old thermometers measure temperature. The longer the column of mercury, the higher the person's temperature is.
That means I need to warm up the end of the thermometer.
Thomas, you're a genius. But how will you warm it up?
Finally, I found it. Well, let's see.
Mom, can I eat something?
Hang in there, sweetie. I'll make you something.
Ooh, that is hot. Now there's just no way it won't have a temperature.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Well, how high did you get it?
108 is what it's showing.
Oh no! With the temperature that high, they'll send you straight to the hospital, and you don't need that. You'd better shake that thermometer.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. That'll get the temperature down a little. Ah!
Well, so much for that. Cheaters never prosper. Thomas, did you see this? Nolik, don't touch the mercury. It's poisonous. Stop it right now. And you, Thomas, you don't touch that mercury either. It's dangerous.
Then how can we throw it out?
Call your mom and she can help you.
I can't. How could I call her? Then she'd find out that I wanted to trick her.
Maybe it's better to tell the truth.
I can't. I can't do it.
All right, then. It looks like there's no other choice. Nolik, call Papoose and Masya. I'll get him. And you go back to your room and wait.
Looks like this whole job is done.
Not yet. We still need to neutralize this mercury.
In everybody's home, there's all sorts of chemicals around. They are used for cleaning dishes, clothes, the bathroom, and dealing with pests. And all of these substances can be very harmful to human health. But some people don't seem to understand this. They might use a dangerous spray or a poisonous liquid and then forget to wash their hands afterward. And then they go and eat or rub their eyes with their hands. That can cause serious damage to their vision or stomachs. And never put anything into your mouth that looks like medicine, unless your parents or a doctor gave it to you. And if you ever happen to find something on the ground that looks like a piece of candy, you must never put it in your mouth. You can get poisoned that way. Oh, humans. If they'd only remember this simple advice, they'd stay safer.
And what do we do with the glass that's broken?
That job's not for Fixies.
Thomas, we cleaned up all the mercury.
And the glass, too?
No, not the broken glass.
But will you?
Papoose said that it's not our job. He told us you have to get your parents to come and help you. That part's your responsibility.
Here's some food for you. What's the matter?
Mom, I broke the thermometer.
Broke it? Did you cut yourself?
No,
The mercury, did you touch it?
I didn't.
Simka, you think he'll tell her the truth?
And where did you break it?
The bathroom.
Why did you go in there?
I wanted I wanted to trick you. I have a test, and I didn't study for it. And now it's too late for school, Let's see, 3 times 648.
He won't get it himself. Nope.
Well, I bet he will. Tom Thomas is so smart.
Yeah, smart, but lazy. I'll bet you a flick in the head.
Then get ready.
Huh?
Shh. We promise. We can't bother him during homework time.
I really wish I didn't have to write this out. Why write everything on paper when you got a calculator?
I knew he'd say that. Without a calculator, he can't get it.
It seems like the batteries are dead.
Did you see that? The calculator won't turn on, so he's gonna have to solve it by himself.
What's the problem? Come on. Where are the batteries here? Simka, Nolik, just come out already. I can hear that you're here.
Hi, Tom Thomas. Well, you can't figure out where the batteries need to go?
I don't get what's so funny.
Because there are no batteries inside of this thing.
What do you mean, no? Then where does the calculator, get a...
Where does it get electricity?
Uh-huh.
There's a solar battery in there.
The sun turns it on?
A long time ago, it was discovered by scientists that some materials produce electricity when light hits them. Sheets that are made out of these materials are called photoelectric cells. By connecting a few of these photoelectric cells together, you can build a solar battery. A solar battery in a calculator sits behind a small clear window. And when light hits the solar battery, it produces the electricity that powers the calculator.
I don't see a little window anywhere on here.
That's because you covered up the window with a sticker for some reason.
The reason is that it looks great.
Good job. It looks really great, but it can't work now.
Well, farewell, sticker. I can't get it off.
Then just leave it alone. Go ahead and solve the problems without the calculator. Then I'll be the one flicking you.
Flicking who? Did you forget? We're the Fixies, and we have to fix everything.
Ah, Simka, that's a sneaky plan.
It's not sneaky at all. You better find something to tear off the sticker with.
Okay, how about them? It'll take forever doing it this way.
Yeah, I got an idea. Let's use this paper clip.
And what's next?
I'll just stick the end to the paper clip and then wrap it around. Tidish!
With the help of solar batteries, we can produce electricity without burning any oil or coal. Unfortunately, these batteries aren't very powerful. A calculator can get enough energy from a small little battery. But in order to power a whole city with solar energy, you need to have power plants with huge fields full of solar batteries. And of course, it's best to build these plants where the sun shines bright and long, like out in the desert. By the way, in outer space, the sun shines very brightly, and it's never blocked by clouds. That's why all of the vehicles and satellites in space use solar energy for power, including the International Space Station, where astronauts from different countries work together.
Tom Thomas!
What, you guys all done?
Uh-huh. Now you can go solve your problems on the calculator.
But I already solved them on paper before you peeled off the sticker.
Hooray! I'm the winner!
Ow, that's totally unfair. If it wasn't for the sticker, you would have lost.
What's going on?
Nothing, never mind.
That's nothing to you? Well done, Tom Thomas. You got them all right.
Now it's working. Look, a picture of our Nolik.
Where?
Right there on the calculator.
0 means null, Nolik.
Good one.
Tom Thomas, what's going on? If you really want to watch TV, then you gotta turn it on first.
I'm not watching it, I'm looking at my reflection. I'm working on a self-portrait.
And which shelf will you be painting in your shelf portrait?
It's not a shelf portrait, it's called a self-portrait. It's when an artist draws or paints a picture of himself.
Of himself? Ha! You think you've got muscles like this superhero I see here on this paper?
How can I see exactly what my muscles look like? And anyway, let the artist do his work.
Tom Thomas, your shirt! There's a spot!
Oh no!
Wipe it off, quickly!
It's even worse. So now what?
What we really need is Marcia.
Ordinary dirt can be cleaned off with a brush or washed off with water. But there are stains that are not that easy to get rid of. Stains from fruit need to be soaked in hot water first. Blood stains, on the other hand, should never be washed in hot water. You can clean stains from paint or rust as well. Only for those, you'll need to use a special stain remover. But stain removers should only be used with the help of a parent or other adult that knows how to use them safely.
Hey, I know a great way to do it. What do you use to get rid of pencil marks?
An eraser. Only this shirt isn't paper.
And so what? Let's try it. What's the harm?
Now I've got 3 colors to get off.
New idea. We should paint over it with this correction pen.
With whiteout?
Yeah!
That was a bad idea.
Now I got it. You have to use some water.
The wash should be better, don't you think?
No, you can't wash whites with colors. And you've got a white shirt with colors all over it.
Then how about if we try some more water?
How much more can you use?
Any more ideas?
You know what? It's possible we did something wrong.
Everything you did was wrong. You should have used a spot remover to clean off that stain.
A spot remover?
No way! Oh, take a look at it, Simka. I think it's marvelous. They painted that white shirt so nicely.
Tula is Simka's best friend. She's very tall, almost as tall as Papoose. Yeah, she's the tallest one in her class. And she's strong, too. Tula loves to laugh, and she does it louder than everybody. That's just the way she is. Cheerful and kind. Ready to help anyone who needs it, and making sure her friends are getting along. Of course, I don't like that she treats me like a baby, especially since she's the one that's a scaredy cat. She can even get scared of a cute little spider. And she believes in all sorts of silly superstitions and horoscopes. Tula will believe anything you tell her, which is really great because it makes it so easy to play tricks on her. But she takes it all in good fun. That's because she's Tula.
It was on purpose, wasn't it?
Well, yeah.
Tom Thomas, no! Your mom will punish you for just one of them. And now you're gonna make more stains?
Don't worry, Nolik. I forgot that this is an old shirt, and I'm allowed to get it all dirty if I want.
And I tried so hard to clean it.
Put another spot there. And over here. One in the middle. And a line over there. Splendid. That looks great. And how about down there?
Wow, it's like fireworks.
Splendid. There's a name for this style of painting, and properly speaking, it's an abstract painting. They have lots of lines and spots, and everyone sees whatever they want in them. Yeah, look! A golden ball by the river!
And there's Tom Thomas with an F on his report card.
Tom Thomas, what did you do to your room? And your shirt.
You know what they call it? It's, abstract art.
There's something good in it. I like it. Abstract art. Isn't it great?
Ah, my little artist.
What was that, huh? Strange. Tom Thomas isn't here. There's no way these toy soldiers could have shot it themselves.
Now that was a good shot. It wasn't real long, and not high either. And off target. It was pretty awful.
It was good, but awful. I got it. So what do we do?
We need to raise it up a little higher.
Hey, Fire, Nolik! Why in the world would you shoot at a Fixie?
Fixies, they're supposed to be in school right now.
Actually, I'm on my way to school. How about you, Fire? Why aren't you in class?
Because there it's totally boring. But here, look at what a cool shooter we found.
Ha! What did you call it? You've got no idea what this is. It's called a catapult, guys. A cat with gold eyes? It isn't a cat with gold eyes. It's a catapult, guys. Catapults are ancient propulsion machines. They were used to shoot stones, heavy arrows, or barrels with burning tar. The main part of a catapult is a special piece of rope. It is twisted very, very tightly like a spring. The rope is then wrapped around a big spoon. And then, if you pull the spoon back, put a stone in it, and let it go, the catapult fires a shot. Ooh, and the stone flies far, far away.
Uh-huh. All right, so here we go. Ha! Came up short.
What do you mean short? What are you aiming at?
You'll see. The spoon needs to go further back. Just a little.
Guys, you're gonna break the glass.
Nolik, now push. All right. Yes, right on target. Now let's fly out into space.
Wait, what space? What kind of flying? Who's gonna fly? I'm gonna fly. Right out the window. Right up to the moon.
First fixing onto the world, Nolik. Are you ready for your flight into space?
Yes, sir. Nolik, get out of the spoon now. I'll be the first Fixie on the moon. Yeah. Nolik, enough of this. What kind of joke is this?
It's not a joke at all. He's gonna fly into space.
And how come it's not you?
Because he's lighter.
Hold on. Humans didn't go straight into space themselves. They sent dogs out there first. Nah, Chusaka's not gonna fit in here.
Simka, why don't you go and let us finish?
Fine, I will go. But only after Nolik finds himself a helmet.
You're right about that. I'll go find a helmet.
The catapult was invented in ancient times, but people still use them today. Only now, instead of launching stones, catapults are used to launch jet airplanes. You see, the runway on an aircraft carrier is quite short, so catapults are used to help the planes move fast enough to take off. Catapults can also be used to save the life of a pilot. When an airplane has an accident, a catapult activates in the cabin. The pilot is shot into the sky and comes back to the ground with a parachute. A plain old slingshot is also a kind of catapult. It's just a very little one. But be careful with this toy. It can be dangerous to others and to you too. As for us Fixies, the only time that we use catapults is on a peaceful mission.
Habus, hurry! Our Nolik's getting shot to the moon with a catapult.
What?
And if I meet new Fixies up there, what should I say to them?
Hi there. And you can ask them to launch you back. So,
Let's do it! Fire! Launch it!
Stop! Don't! Simka! Nolik!
I'm not getting out! Whew! We're alive.
hooray! He flew
just a bit short.
It's not our fault. You're just heavier than Nolik, and that's why you came up short.
Papoose, maybe we can try one more time.
What? Ugh.
Tom Thomas, what you doing?
Nolik, leave me alone.
No, really. What is that?
Quit distracting me, will you? Nolik, look at what you've done. It's all because you wouldn't quit it.
Wouldn't quit what?
I was struggling with that thing for half an hour and you ruined it. Ugh.
Whoa! Ah! Oh! Hey, Tom Thomas, can you hear me? Tom Thomas, let me out! Nolik, is that you banging? Yeah. And how did you end up in there? None of your business. Why are you so rude to me? 'Cause I feel like it. Oh, yeah? Enjoy sitting there. Well, who needs you? Goodbye.
Oh, Simka, what happened to you? Did you bang yourself?
And so what?
Does it hurt?
Leave me alone, Tula. You always have to be fussing over everybody.
Come on, why are you so angry, huh?
Nolik was rude to me.
That means you have to be rude to me?
Forgive me, Tula.
And where's Nolik right now?
There.
Let's go see him. Nolik, it's Tula. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
Why were you so rude with your sister?
'Cause Tom Thomas was rude with me.
I get it. It's a chain reaction.
A what?
Setting a log on fire isn't easy. But it's easy to light a match. Use the match to light kindling, the kindling to light a twig, and the twig to light the log. Have you ever seen a fire grow? It's an example of a typical chain reaction. So be extra careful with fire. Because just one match or little piece of smoldering coal can lead to a huge disaster. Yes, they can make a whole forest burst into flame and burn down to the ground. And all because of a simple chain reaction.
I don't get you. What chain reaction?
What do you mean, Nolik? Tom Thomas was rude to you, then you were rude to Simka, then Simka was rude with me.
So there it is, a chain reaction.
Yeah, and the rudeness was like a little spark. It just spread and spread and spread like a forest fire.
Will you forgive me, Simka? Yeah, all right.
I've got an idea. Why don't we try starting our very own chain reaction the other way around?
What do you mean?
Well, instead of spreading angry and rude feelings, we could spread happiness.
But how?
It's simple. All we need to do is smile and say nice things to each other.
What a great idea! We could work together and fix Tom Thomas's mood. And I know how. Come help me pick up this domino, will you?
Everything in the whole universe is made up of atoms. Particles so extremely small that you can't even see them through a microscope. But when a tiny atom splits, it makes a tiny explosion. And that explosion can start another explosion, and another explosion, and another. And now you've got a chain reaction. And that's how a lot of tiny explosions work together to make the gigantic explosion of an atomic bomb, the deadliest weapon known to man. But atomic energy can also be used for peaceful purposes. For example, nuclear power plants use this energy to produce electricity and hot water. And nuclear-powered icebreakers can break through the thick Arctic ice so ships can sail on their way.
There, all done.
Nolik, bring him in.
And now we're gonna teach Tom Thomas how a chain reaction can work to make you feel really good.
He's coming. On your marks, now.
What's going on? No, really?
Tom Thomas, watch this.
was so totally awesome. I can't believe what I saw. How did you do that? It was just a chain reaction. What?
A chain